Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. The final chapters of my very own Jurassic Camp Cretaceous book. This is going to be a extra long video today because I'm going to be giving my thoughts, finishing off the book for you guys, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's listen to the final chapters. Let's start off good with episode 27, Water Problem. It was another great morning in Camp 6. They called it Camp 6 because they were the 6 kids left on the island. At least they thought it would be. It was all going well and they were taking turns having a shower when on Ben's turn, the water supply stopped. Me and Kenji will go investigate, Darius suggested. Sammy pointed in a direction. Follow the tubes and you'll find the river. So Kenji and Darius walked down to the river. When they got there, they found 2 stegosaurs and a log that had fallen over into the river, blocking all water that tried to come through. Kenji and Darius ran over to the log, carefully avoiding the 2 stegosaurs. They heaved and heaved, but could not get it to come loose. It was too heavy. Suddenly Darius realised why the log was there, as another flew over their heads. "Duck!" Kenji shouted. The 2 stegosaurs were fighting. "I have an idea," Darius said. He stood up. "Hey, over here!" he shouted. The dinosaurs turned around and began charging at Darius. 3, 2, 1, jump! He exclaimed, pulling Kenji along with him. One of the stegosaurs headbutted the log, sending it shattering in half. And down the stream, Kenji heard the faint sound of cheers. He knew it must be the camp cheering, so he and Darius headed back to camp. Sure enough, when they got there, the water was up and running, and they were showering again. After Brooklyn sat down to read her book again, Darius and Kenji decided to scale the old tree house, and Sammy, Ben and Yasmina were preparing cold beans with bread for breakfast. There's a lot of people preparing breakfast, I see. Okay, anyway, episode/chapter 28. Oh no. Yasmina, Ben, Sammy, Darius and Kenji all stared at Brooklyn. "What?" Brooklyn asked, looking up from her good book. She looked behind her, and standing there was the dinosaur they had seen earlier. The Ceratosaurus roared at the top of its lungs. Brooklyn got up and ran with the rest of the gang. They ran and ran, but the Ceratosaurus was catching up. They took a left, then a right, but it didn't slow the beast down. Kenji picked up 6 sharp sticks on the floor quickly and passed them to the rest of the team. Suddenly, they looked behind, but the Ceratosaurus wasn't there. They stood in an open space with their sticks up, ready to pierce the dinosaur. "Come and get us!" Darius shouted. Thud, thud, thud. The Ceratosaurus burst through the trees and was getting closer to the kids. 10 meters, 5 meters, 3 meters. A flare was fired off. Episode 29, a happy ending. Well, I know it's all, but a happy ending. Another flare was fired off. The Ceratosaurus ran off. The kids looked around. "What?" But we're all here," Brooklyn counted. Suddenly, a military guard came out the trees. "Get in the chopper!" he shouted. The kids followed. When they got in the chopper, they realised who was inside. Sitting there was Roxy, Dave, Sammy's mum and dad, Brooklyn's mum and dad, Yasmina's mum and dad, Ben's mum and dad, Darius's mum and brother, And even Kenji's dad was there smiling at 6 kids. Well, originally I didn't really plan it out because there's 2 pilots, a couple guards, all those adults, all the children, and they're planning on bringing Bumpy along with them. So that must be a hell of a big helicopter if they're carrying 40 people in a helicopter. I wasn't really thinking then, but I was rushing to get it done. The helicopter rose up into the air and towards Costa Rica. They all hugged their parents and siblings. Roxy and Dave smiled at the families and smiled. That doesn't make sense. I must be really rushing then. The kids had a lot to explain. Episode 30, A Letter from Jacob. Now this part gets a bit cringy, so yeah. Hi, I'm Jacob, the writer of this book. I wrote this book because I have loved Jurassic World movies or series and have seen them all. This book is based off a Netflix original series, Season 2. Season 1 was absolutely insane and the best ever, so I decided to write my own version of Season 2 before the real thing came out. Here is a short list of inspiration I have taken from the trailers and clips released by Jurassic World's YouTube channel. Turning the beacon on in Main Street, the kids riding motorbikes, the kids making a tree house, and much more. And one of those much more would be like the Stegosaurus part. That was from Best in Slot, who managed to get exclusive footage. So I am a 10-year-old British boy who started this book about 1 week after Season 1 was released. Fun fact, today I was on a walk, and whilst on the walk I realised it was the 21st of February when I wrote this. So tonight I have spent ages finishing my book. I would like to say a big thank you to my sister for the drawings in the book, and I hope you all have a Jurassic day. This below is a message for Jurassic World officials if they are hearing this. I really do hope that I can get this out to thing. So share, like, everything you can. Get this up to maybe hundreds of views. Let's get this series out to Jurassic World officials. And maybe if they find it and if they think it's good, maybe if you are hearing this, I wouldn't mind being flown over to Camp Cretaceous Studios wherever they do it. I don't mind. No, that probably wouldn't happen. But yeah. Dear Jurassic World, I cannot express my feelings on how much of a fan I am of your work you do. I first started watching the original series, Jurassic Park, when I was 6 and continued to love the series. This story is entirely inspired by you guys, and I cannot express my gratefulness for what you do. You guys have been my motivation, my inspiration, and I don't know where I would be right now in my life without you. AKA this channel that you're on right now would not exist. If you're reading this, even just a message back from you guys will be a dream come true that I will treasure forever. And then there's a big thank you drawing. Ta-da! And that would be the end. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 2 fan-made book. Look at all of the little pages in there. I won't be selling this due to copyright reasons. That won't be an option, sorry, but yep. And now it's time for my thoughts. So I would like to start off by saying, wow, this took me ages, but I think it was entirely worth it. I had a few breaks in between, and yeah, I think it's entirely worth it. Ta-da! The Galbali family. But yeah, I think it's entirely worth it, and I'm really proud of all 30 chapters because I worked really hard for. So I'd really appreciate if we could make this video go viral or something, or just the whole series go viral would be amazing. I'm probably looking a bit too into the future. I appreciate everybody who's watched the whole thing, from start to finish, keeping up the whole, the whole journey, and yeah. So we're gonna answer a few questions. Well, I all started this off with the motivation of, why did I do it? Well, I had the motivation of hoping that Jurassic World officials would see it, and I've spent ages on it. It took me ages to think of ideas and plan it out, and I kind of just went by as it went. And yeah, some of the chapters are from my live stream that I did, so that I've had a few ideas, and yeah, so these are everything. Look how many there is. Look how many pages. So I'd really love you to like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and I hope we can reach, let's set a like goal of 4 likes. 4 likes. Can we get 4 whole likes? And can we hit a subscriber goal by the end of April? Because, yep, that will be amazing. By the end of April, a subscriber goal of, what will you guys be able to achieve? I bet you cannot achieve 75 subscribers. I bet you. If you do, I will do a 75 subscriber special, either that, or I'll go a whole 5 days with uploading every single day. By the end of April, we can get to 75 subscribers, and I might even, I don't know, call up one of my fans or something, or have a private chat with them. So, yep. Peace out, have a Jurassic day, and goodbye.